Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your monthly reading for February 2023. This is for Gemini Sun and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity to get very detailed with your reading. The reason I do this, Gemini, I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading rather than a general spread. Lastly, astrology and tarot have gone hand in hand for centuries. Astrology has been around for thousands of years, and tarot, which came out in the 14th century, medieval times, we love it. Every tarot card is assigned an astrological element or ruling planet. A lot of things, with divination, traces back to astrology, and they're both aligned with the tree of life. So, with that said, February, Gemini, I love this month. I love this month. And you are going to love this month. First of all, big message. Some of y'all are traveling. It could be short distance, it could be long distance, but listen, this is going to be really great because traveling is a force of good, and we learn a lot about ourselves during travel. So be prepared. I feel like some of y'all are even planning travels now. The second big thing is Venus is really active this month. Okay, so is Mercury. This is really good for you because Mercury is your ruling planet, and there's so many good aspects with Mercury, the planet of communication. Okay, and then Venus, as we know, is a planet of love. Now it is just major coincidences, but coincidences don't they're not coincidences. I always heard, when I was very young, coincidences are a wink from God. That's what, that was what I was taught when I was young. But listen, big month of love, okay? Romance, all of that, especially, if you celebrate Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day, the aspects are insane, but not even Valentine's Day. The day after Valentine's Day, huge. I mean, it's, Venus is conjuncting Neptune. Venus and Neptune are in Pisces. Venus is exalted in Pisces. I mean, this is possibly one of the most romantic days, not only of the year, but in the past several years. It's pretty crazy. So look out for those 2 days. The other big thing I have to tell you, Gemini, oh my goodness, we have a full moon in Leo on the 5th. That is going to affect your third house. Remember what I said about communication. Mars is in your sign. Mars, a planet of action. Things are going for you now. It was retrograde until the middle of January, but boom. Like things, shout everything from the rooftops. Listen, don't close any lines of communication. It's going to bring a lot of things in for you, okay? When you're vocal and you're Geminis, listen, this is your forte, okay? It's your forte. Now, lastly, at the end of the month, we enter Pisces, all right? We enter Pisces season. And we have a major new moon in Pisces now, Gemini. The reason why this is going to be huge for you, both Venus and that new moon in Pisces are in your 10th house of career, all right? Career, public achievement, success, all of that. So you see how this month is a really big month for not only relationships and love, but also for your career and partnerships as well. And as we know, Jupiter in Aries right now in your 11th house, in your house, not only your social network, but your hopes and dreams. Okay, so you have a great month ahead of you. February is a great month for you. February is an amazing month for you. And, right now in the beginning of February, the first 2 weeks of February, all those planets in Aquarius, we're in Aquarius season. This is amazing because, Aquarius is your BFF, right? But that is your 9th house. And look at that. The world just flipped over. That's a really good sign. If it shows up in your reading, then yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. And it's going to be significant. So let's go ahead and get started. Gemini, I'll stop blathering. All right, let's go ahead, get started for your reading for February 2023. Again, this is for Gemini, Sun and Rising. And if you are new to my channel, I do leave all the key astrological dates in the description description box if you want to follow along. Lastly, stay tuned to the end because I pull more cards. I go week by week. I break down the week, okay, to give you an idea, to give you a little bit of insight what to expect every week this month. Now, Gemini, like I said, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It is what my clients prefer. If you want to book a private reading, you know where to find me. Secondly, listen, I'm going to try to make the most of the table space. You see, my dog has joined me, and as we know, you do not wake up Ruby when she's sleeping. You do not want to see that. All right, so here we go. I think you can see everything here. Gemini, listen, look at this. Look at this. All right, so you are ready. You're just ready. You have that enthusiasm, almost to like it's boundless. Okay, it's boundless. You're ready. Oh man, you're ready. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. You got the 10 of Swords, and I love that you got the 10 of Swords. Okay, because it came up in your past, and as we know, well, maybe you don't know, and that's why I'm here, but you see these swords piercing the young man here, okay? He's definitely not in a good place, all right? Not even in a good headspace, all right? This is indicating, Gemini, you've gone through it. You've gone through it. It's almost like, you know, there was so much psychological warfare. There was so much happening where it was just, you know, you were even confused as to, like, what the heck is going on? Why are things not going my way? Like, I don't know if I can do this any longer. I'm going to throw in the towel. But listen, 10 is the end of this suit. And this card is actually the card of New Dawn. Okay? So what does that mean? It means these dark clouds are actually clearing, all right, to let the sun come through, all right? You see the man's hand gesture, all right, in the sign of the Hierophant, which is the very spiritual leader, very, you know, has that deep knowledge, sacred, you know, wisdom. Now, this is you taking and learning everything that you have gone through and using it to empower yourself. This is like rebirth energy. Remember, 10 is the end of the cycle, okay? 10, 1, 0 equals 1, new beginning. Now listen, if you haven't done that already, do it now, okay? For February, going into February, if you've gone through hardships, if you've gone through some things that, you know, really helped or had an impact on you up here where it was just like, you know, use it to empower you, use it to, you know, say like, okay, this happened and this is what I'm going to do to make it never happen again. This has been, you know, a big struggle, but this is how I'm going to take care of it, and I'm not going to let it bring me down. Let's move forward. Let's learn from all of that, okay? And use it to empower ourselves. Now, moving forward, in the heart of your spread, you did get the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords, first of all, listen, this is in the heart of your spread, meaning this is kind of like the big headline news of the month, okay? Now, he is very eager. The Page, listen, they don't get enough credit. A lot of people think, you know, a Page, oh, come on, like the young boy, he's in the royal court. He has a lot of power, okay? So much power that the Page, after the Ace, actually, has the most power to bring in new beginnings, new changes, new opportunities. Swords are the mental suit, okay? So remember what I said. This is already syncing up with everything that's happening astrologically. This sword, the mental suit, this is communication, this is decisions, okay? Even truth, all right? Going to explore, finding your truth, facing your truth. But this is him. Look how eager he is. He's so ready to move forward. That's all you want to do, Gemini. You want to get going, you want to move forward, and you're just so over the BS, okay? But you've learned from it. You've learned from it, and you're ready to go, and he's got a lot more learning to do, okay? So there is going to be a lot of learning this month, all right? There's also going to be messages coming through. Listen, I want you to think of the Page of Swords as a sponge, all right? He absorbs everything, okay? He absorbs everything to, what I said earlier, empower himself to, you know, become really skilled with handling that sword. And as we know, we don't even have to tell kids this, swords are sharp. Swords are powerful, All right. So I love that you have this in, the heart of your spread, because you are ready for this, new beginning, this new adventure, really just like, again, like a sponge. And then again, with us in Aquarius season, it aligns perfectly because that is your ninth house of mind expansion. Okay. Even spirituality. Some of y'all are, really absorbing that to become more in line with like mind, body, soul. Maybe some of y'all are going to be meditating a lot this month, or doing things that really put yourself in a place. Remember what I said, travel is the very first message that came up for y'all from my guides. And so use that. Okay, if you're going to go on a weekend adventure with friends, take some time out alone, just gathering your thoughts and having those moments, right, to really think about what's next. Now listen, you did get the Hanged Man. All right, Hanged Man came in your challenge area, and I call it, technical, that's a technical term for where it is in the spread, but it's the breakthrough area. So the Hanged Man, as we know, is someone who's made some sacrifices to really look at things in a new perspective, because the ways of the past were not working for him anymore. Okay, the ways that it's almost like you've hit a point in your life where things were fine, things were good for many years even. All right, it was just like, this is the way things were. Okay, but hey, you hit a roadblock, or you had that moment of clarity, like, actually, this does not work for me anymore. All right. So you have to have that new perspective, and you have to be open to it, especially because it came here. All right. In your challenge area. So there is some stuff you are going to have to surrender. Remember, I said, learn from everything that you've gone through, but let them go too, to have this rebirth. Okay. You do have the Page of Swords and the Hard-Yard Spread. Now, when I say, listen, how we've always, letting go of the things that have worked for you in the past, or thinking about new ways to do things. All right. Sometimes it's easier said than done. We are conditioned. I think I brought this up in one of your readings in the past. But think about how a good analogy is like, when I grew up in my generation, we had Nancy Reagan telling us drugs are bad. Drugs will get you killed. You never do drugs, never do drugs. And then here we are, 2023, where all the evidence, all the research from Harvard, from, Stanford, from every top, medical research facility showing evidence that pot is actually good for you. It's really good for cancer patients. It's really good for your health. It's what is it? Ketamine. It's been proven that it does help people who have depression, that have certain like bipolarism and whatnot, and even just those who even microdosing. I mean, so do you see what I'm saying? Is that sometimes we're always changing. Okay, everything is changing. Change is the only constant in our life, and that that's credited to the Greek philosopher Heraclitus. Okay, and so what this is saying in your spread, some of the ways that you were thinking, maybe it was the way you were conditioned, maybe it was just something that you thought or felt that it was just so good for you, right? And it just, everything works so effortlessly. Now is the time to reconsider. There's a new way to look at things, okay? There's a new way that may be better for you, all right? So I want you to let things go, especially because you got the Ten of Swords in your past, okay? And that's why I'm spending so much time talking about that. Just have that new perspective. Be open to having that new perspective and letting go of the perspectives or the ways of the way that you did things that you feel aren't working for you anymore. All right, be ready to make that surrender. Okay, you did get the Knight of Pentacles in your crown, showing you do have this. It's almost this. There's this commitment energy. Okay, really, really, really. Setting yourself up for the long haul. All right, the Knight is very active. Okay, Pentacles are money and wealth. So for a lot of y'all are thinking about career. Okay, you're thinking about career, and again, toward the end of the month, we have that. Well, first, all of month, Venus in Pisces. All right, in your 10th house of career. So you will find things really good with not only your career but passions and money. Okay, money wise. money and wealth. But then the pentacles are earthbound, so think about your physical realm, your world, all right? And this relates, it just doesn't have to be career. This is even relationships, okay? Thinking about taking a relationship to the next level, or, you know, that commitment energy. This is Sun in Virgo, all right? Commitment, okay? Being very practical and really, really sowing your seeds now, reaping the rewards no matter how long it takes. Now, you did get the Three of Swords, okay? Now, I'm not surprised because, listen, you got the Ten of Swords in your past. So, this is just saying that some of y'all in February will have this moment of, you still feel like a little bit of a sting, okay? And that's why, listen, when you go through these transformations, when you find that new way of thinking, when you're ready to go and get going, these moments, listen, they're not easy sometimes, right? You don't do it overnight. It's step by step by step. So when I say you have to let go of something that's not working for you anymore, especially because you got the Ten of Swords in your past and the Hangman in your challenge area, this is affirmation, okay? Now, this is the card of heartbreak, okay? This is or heartache even, all right? But look at it. Look at the card. You see the Three Swords piercing the heart, and that's a pretty enlarged heart. It is still a sword suit, okay? So what's happening here is going up here, all right? So what this means is that during February, there could be some sort of, like you haven't had that new perspective, you haven't surrendered something, you're still holding on to something, and that is creating the heartache, or it could be some sort of heartbreak that did happen, and I don't want you to bring it into February, all right? Remember, the whole point of this card is to pull the swords out of the heart, all right? So having that new perspective, okay? Having that new perspective and letting something go is really going to help you move forward, okay? Go after the things that you're passionate about. Remember, Mars, the planet of action, is in your sign. You have all the abundance, all the support of the planets right now. I hope you know that. They're all on your side. The way that they're arranged and aligned, they're all on your side. And this commitment energy is really powerful. Again, going in it for the long haul, right? Whether it's relationships, career, your job, income streams, or, you know, family, home. Listen, it's what you want. This is your reading. Now, in your future, you did get the Five of Swords, okay? You see that your entire spread is dominated by swords. Swords, again, the mental suit, a lot of decisions, even communication. I said communication is going to be a big thing for you this month, okay? Very big thing for you this month. Not only does Mercury is your ruling planet, is very active, but in a good way, all right? In a good way this month, okay? And with that full moon in Leo in your third house of communication, that's almost like, you know, your comfort zone. So this is really, really a lot of mental activity happening here, okay? A lot of mental activity. So in order to move forward, you have to be ready up here. Now, in your future, you did get the Five of Swords. Now, this is almost like a test, okay? Because you see here there has been a battle, all right? You see that there has been a battle. Even him, the Page of Swords, in the heart of your spread, you can see he's almost like defensive. He's almost like, you know, holding his sword back like that. But clearly this is battle energy, right? And so February, there is going to be a point where there may be a challenge, or there may be some sort of conflict where you have to decide, is this worth it? All right? Is this worth my time? Is this worth my energy? Okay? This is just saying, choose your battles wisely. All right? Now, you can see everyone else has dropped their swords. Choose your battles wisely. Is this worth it to you? Is it worth it to you? Here's the other thing. It's, you know, it's more like there is going to be a point where you can, what is it? You can fight or flee, all right? You can fight or flee. That's why it's like choosing your battles is so important. But listen, I want you to spend some time thinking about that. If there is a challenge that comes up, it looks like, you know, there will be a moment that does come up that, you know, it could be a conflict. It could be, you know, as small as like, you know, a Twitter troll, right? And you just like going at it, like creating this whole, thing of whatever. But we just want to avoid those, negative moments, those unfavorable moments. And it could be as big as having an argument with your partner, or, even not seeing eye to eye with colleagues or a boss. But again, this card is all about ego, all right? Now, I'm not saying you have a big ego. We all have egos here, all right? But it really is a matter of self-respect, self-dignity, if you're going into this argument, if you're going into some sort of conflict, what matters most is how you go into it and how you come out of it, okay? That's what matters most, all right? So choose your battles wisely when they come up, and when you do... You got the Four of Wands, all right? You're fine. You'll be fine. Just choose your battles wisely. And listen, everyone has free will, all right? I can't tell you to do certain things. I can't tell you not to do certain things. And listen, this is all you, all right? I'm just reading the cards for you. Now, if you pass this test, and tests they're not easy. That's why they're tests, right? When you pass the test, when you choose your battles wisely, when you realize some of these conflicts are not worth your time or energy, look at the rest of your spread. Remember, you got the Four of Wands, which is the card of celebration. It's the card of joy. It's a card of milestones. This is getting a new job. This is getting promoted. This is moving in with a partner. This is buying a home. This is getting married. This is getting engaged. You see where I'm going here? This is in your future, okay? So when you pass the test, you have a lot to look forward to, all right? You have a lot to look forward to. Just remember, choose your battles wisely. And if you do decide, if there is a part of you that just really wants to keep, you're like, with this conflict or challenge, again, it can be just as small as like a Twitter troll, or as big as, having an argument with a partner or a family member or whatever. Remember that self-respect, and be a better version of yourself, right? Be the better person in this situation. You have so much to look forward to. This is not going to be worth your time. Now, let's get to your stuff. Gemini, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. It really does help my channel grow. And, oh my God. And if you're a subscriber, I love you. I love you so much. You're so amazing. Thanks so much for being here. Now, you see that it did come out in your reading. You see it came in your final outcome. The world came in your final outcome. All right? We're going to get to that, but you're golden. Not only did you get the world, you got the Wheel of Fortune. All right? First of all, this card is ruled by Jupiter. There's a lot of sunlight. I just know, I'm looking at my camera. That's a good sign, too, for you. The sun is very powerful. Now, listen, you did get the Wheel of Fortune. Let me see if... Oh, my gosh, that is... Oh, I hope that's not... I hope it's not making you put on your sunglasses. Anyway, you know what? That's a lot of sunlight. We'll go with it. You did get the Wheel of Fortune. This is the card of luck, divine intervention. This is saying, what did I say earlier? The world, your world keeps turning. This is just saying the world keeps turning. It keeps turning. It keeps turning. But the Wheel of Fortune, like a wheel, right? But the Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. Okay, the planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity, profit, expansion. It's all in your house of your hopes and dreams and your social network, expansion in your social network. So that's going to be big for you this month, is spending time with other people, all right? But also, this is a card of divine intervention. This is the card where it says, the gods are looking down at you and they're saying, hey, look at that Gemini. Look at all that work they've gone through. Look at all that effort they've put into what they're passionate about. Look at all the hardships that they've had to go through. We're going to come down and we're going to bless them with some, luck. All right? Luck. Something that, what we talked about coincidence in the beginning, right? And how I was saying coincidence really is just like a wink of God, from God. I can't even do a wink, but one thing I'm going to point out to you here, first of all, you see the word tarot, okay? But then if you spin it backwards, it's Torah. All right, Torah, which is like, the law, the book, knowledge, and then tarot, obviously tarot. But then if you spin it another way, it's rota, Latin for wheel. Now, the fact that those three words just work effortlessly, either way you go, that is not a coincidence. Okay, that is not a coincidence. All right. So when I say luck, this is a huge card of luck. And listen, Gemini, you're so golden. Look at this. You also got the Knight of Cups. All right. So if you are single, someone's coming through. All right. Now, he is the Mr. Romance, the Mr. The knight in shining armor. He is someone who is so romantic. Okay, very consistent energy. All right, you can rely on him. Someone's coming through. This is your external factors area. So if you're single, someone's coming through this month. Okay, put yourself out there. All right, be ready to receive it. All right. Also, if you're not here for love at all, this is also career, because the Knight of Cups, he is someone who wants to just fill his cup. All right. He's looking to fill his cup. This is someone who is, in pursuit of his passions. What's going to make him feel good? What are his passions, right? So this is also career. Some of y'all are going to hear news about a job opportunity, maybe a promotion. This is a big month, all right? Something's coming through in a big way. Again, he came in your external factors area, and we love the Knight of Cups. Oh gosh, by the way, very Pisces energy. So I would even expect it toward that new moon in Pisces. I would expect it around that time. Now, you did get the 10 of Wands, okay? This is amazing. All right. So listen, remember, you got the 10 of Swords, and remember what I said, 10 is the end of this suit. We've come to the end of this suit. All right. So there is a part of you that just doesn't want to work as hard as you used to. You have been working hard. You have been going through it. You've endured a lot to get to where you're at. You're going to be laying those ones down very soon. Okay. Going to weigh those, and it's almost like some of y'all, a message coming through is you are going to be working with other people. There is going to be something that comes through this month where you will be working with other people in some capacity. Okay, it's a big message, and keep that in mind. Now listen, here we go. This is significant. It showed. So I'm not one of those people when, a card pops out, it was meant to happen. I'm not one of those. It's just like my hand slipped. Okay. But if it shows up in your spread, then yeah, it's very significant. Now, it's very significant that the world showed up not only when I flipped it, but it came up in your spread, but not only in your spread, but in your final outcome. All right. This is amazing. Now, you've got the two cards where you see the 4 fixed signs in each corner of the card, okay? Look at that. That's a lot of stability there. But the world, we've come to the end of the major arcanas, okay? This is glorious. Talk about cycles. You've come to the end of one cycle. You can expect something huge for February. Okay, you're going to be coming to the end of all of this, indicating you're coming to the end of something. All right, some big journey. All right, because remember 22, and then if you think about the tree of life, there are 22 paths, right? So we've come to the end. All right, you're starting a new journey very soon. Okay, I love that for you. You can see that you can see the Ouroboros too, right? In the wreath here at the bottom, at the top. Okay. That is eternity. We talked about cycles, right? So it's like I said, the world is constantly going, and we go through all these cycles, and this is indicating you're coming to the end of one in a big way and entering a brand new cycle. And remember, don't forget, in your future, you did get the 4 of Wands. All right. So there's a lot for you to celebrate. All right. And again, with the Knight of Cups right next to the 4 of Wands, there is someone coming through for you. It is big. This is big. It's actually a really big reading. It's now it's gotten really dark. I'm looking at my camera. Let me see if I can All right. You can still see me, right? It doesn't even matter. It's what matters most is that you see my dog sleeping because that's really cute. Now, as I promised, I pull a card a week to give you a little bit of insight to see what's going on every week this month. Now, the first week of February, the biggest thing is that full moon in Leo, okay, in your third house, all right, of communication, all right. That is pretty amazing. All right. It's pretty amazing because, I mean, you rule it. All right. The third house. And listen, Gemini, there's going to be something, there is like stability energy. All right. So, and it's something that you want. So let's go ahead and see what's going on for you for the first week. You got the Six of Cups. This is an amazing card. This is a week where communication is going to be important, and I don't want you to be very serious around this week, okay? I want you to tap into your inner child. You see these children here, but I want you to know that you're fine, okay? You're going to be, this is the biggest house in tarot, indicating security, comfort, protection. You're fine. You're fine. There could be someone from the past coming through. I want you to explore that too, okay? See what that means. If someone from the past comes through, think about it. And if it's not in your physical world, it could be in your dreams. If you dream of someone from your past, and it will be in a good way, all right? See, it could be someone that, comes up and connects you to this, new job opportunity that may come through, connects you to, this new person that you will start dating because someone is coming through. All right. Now, second week of February. This is when Mars is really active. Okay. Mars is really active. And actually, Mars goes into Aquarius, but Venus is active too. I mean, oh my goodness. And these are inner planets, and they're big when they go into signs. You feel it. So let's see what's going on for you for the second week of February. I love it. You got the Seven of Wands. All right. So what does this mean? I don't know if you can see all these. Anyway, Seven of Wands. So what this means is, don't let anyone take anything that you've worked hard for, okay? And this is really resonating with this Five of Swords energy when we're talking about that conflict or challenge. This is you. This is the card of valor, okay? This is you defending everything that you've worked for, not letting anyone take anything from you, okay? This is you saying, F off. I worked hard to get to where I'm at, really earned my spot. You can see the people coming after him, but he's doing a damn good job defending everything that he's worked for. So remember, this is possibly connected to that may happen around the second week, and it could even not even be in person. It could just be through emails, or again, social media is coming up big time for some of y'all. It could be just something through social media, but I wouldn't even worry about it. Remember, you're on this huge quest. You're begetting this brand new, like I say, it's not even a chapter. Think about your life as a book. You're starting the second book. All right, you're starting the second book of your trilogy. If your life is a trilogy, speaking of book, I'm not even joking. Keep working on your book. If you're writing a book, publishing is a big thing for you right now, Gemini. Publishing is a really big thing, okay? You have a lot of luck there. You have a lot of energy there. So if you are working on a book, starting a website, anything that has to do with publishing, that's really big. Now, the third week, oh gosh, there's a lot happening. First of all, I did tell you Valentine's Day is really, it's great. The moon is in Aries. Mars is, really, doing a slow dance with Jupiter. It's a great day for love. But the day after, when Venus conjuncts Neptune, and both Venus and Neptune are in Pisces, okay? That's romance. But it's also a lot of creativity, okay? The arts, all of that. Just, it's a beautiful day, and this all just happens to be in your 10th house of career, of public recognition, of success, okay? The 10th house is the house of fame. So Let's see what's going on. You have the Four of Swords, okay? So this is really great because this is, it's a good time around this time to launch something new. Now, if you look at the succession of everything that's happening here, remember you're about to start this brand new journey. Something new is coming into your life. You're starting this brand new journey, your second book in the trilogy of your life. The third week, you're going to have to take a little time to just rest a little bit of time to just recover from this, from, the Three of Swords energy, okay? And it's showing that you will, all right? It's showing that you will. So this is good. This is stillness of mind, okay? Remember what I said. Some of y'all will be traveling. And even if you're not traveling, just take some time out to just have that, right? That mental clarity, all right? Just clear the decks, all right? Make room for all this newness to come into your life. This is a huge month for you. Now, the last week of February, Venus is going into Aries. Aries goes really well with Gemini. I'm sorry, I am shuffling the deck right next to the microphone. And again, Mercury is really active. Mercury's really active. It could be a day where you could get some unexpected news on the 21st. And then on the 22nd, Mercury trining Mars. Come on. This is the day to shout from the rooftops. All this new things that have come through your life, all the great things that, you're experiencing, and even just communicating your talents, all right? Great day to do that on the 22nd. Now, let's see what's going on for you for the last week of February. You are going to, you're going to be sitting in this throne, essentially, all right? The King of Wands. Wands are our ideas, creativity, our passions, right? Remember how that's a big thing this month with, all that Venus and Pisces energy, with that new moon in Pisces energy, but even that Aquarius energy, okay? Especially for you. But look, the King of Wands, top of the food chain here. This is the king. This is the fun king, but this is the king who's so passionate. I say he is the Steve Jobs of tarot. Okay, he's the entrepreneur of tarot, but he is the most influential, very inspiring. People look up to this king, and you are going to be sitting in that throne with that wand of passion. You're fine. I'm very excited for you, Gemini. There's a lot of new stuff coming in. This is almost like, this is the beginning. It's almost like, if you saw I did like a yearly overview for y'all. And I said that 2023 doesn't really start until the middle of January. And it looks like it's just, boom, this is it. This is actually when the year is starting for you, especially with the world. Okay, in your final outcome, you got the Wheel of Fortune, Page of Swords in the heart of your spread. You have this milestone energy. You have the Knight of Cups, external influences. Someone new is coming in. Someone's new coming in in a very auspicious way. All right, you're fine. You're on this. Pack your bags, basically. Pack your bags. You're ready to embark on this brand new journey. I'm sorry, I have no idea what happened with the lighting in my place. But anyway, Gemini, I love you. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm very excited for you for February. Again, if you like this reading, it would be great if you subscribe, leave comments. I love comments. I even love emojis. Tell me, send me the Gemini emoji. I don't care. Tell me if you like my haircut. I got my haircut. That's something that you can, leave a thumbs up for, or a thumbs down. Hey, some people may not like it, but listen, Gemini, I love you so much. And if you are a subscriber, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you next week. All right. You are going to have a great month. You're going to have a transformational month. I'm very excited for you. All right. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.